Hey everyone, Laura with my very own quilt shop. So I've gotten some questions about how I'm able to piece the Table-tastic kits each month so quickly. Well, first of all, I am not a super fast sewer. I'm not any super speedy sewer. I know there are people who are, but I am not one of them. And I definitely spend time with Jack, the seam ripper, from time to time. So it's not, I don't save the time in the sewing. Where I'm saving a ton of time is in the cutting. The Stripology rulers, I use the squared ruler and the mini ruler. The mini ruler I mainly use to trim up the units per Doug's instructions, but I use the larger Stripology Squared ruler to do so much of the subcutting. It saves me so much time. The March kit required cutting a zillion 1.5 inch squares from strips. I literally took 4 layers of the 1.5 inch strips and I cut them all in one pass across the ruler, all of the squares, so fast. But today I'm working on the April quilt, and the instructions call for you cut 5.25 inch strips from your background fabric, and then you subcut those two with the fabric strips into like 44 1.25 inch strips. So I'm going to show you how to do that so fast with your Stripology Squared ruler. So let's get this pointed down at the mat. This is actually video number 2 because I accidentally hit the stop button on the video of the first one. So the first thing, you make 2 sets of cuts, okay? We're gonna make 2 sets of cuts. The first one, I've already done my 0 cut. I've been cutting some of these in that first video. So I've already got this lined up at the 0 line. Remember, we're cutting 1.25 inch by 5.25. This is a 5.25 inch strip. So the first set of cuts, and this is in your instructions. Here's the instructions. There's a little chart here, and the very first strip size is 1.25. It says here's where you make your first cuts. Here's where you make your second cuts. I have not marked my first cuts because they're easy to remember. It's 2.5, 5, 7.5, 10, and 12.5. Okay, now here's the fun part. We don't move the strip. We move our ruler over to put the edge of our fabric on the 1/4 inch line. Now, here's where I've planned ahead, and I've used my ruler stickers to mark where my second cuts go. Up to the 8.5. I had this many ruler stickers on, so let's mark the rest. So the second cut is 8.5, and then the 11. Okay, I missed marking this one. So let's watch this magic. Remember, this is on the 1/4 inch line. And now I'm gonna cut where my ruler stickers are. Remember, I have not moved my strip. Let's pick up our ruler, and voila. And these are double layered, so we've got 2 at a time. Check out all, and this is the end piece. Check out all these 5.25, 1.25 inch strips. How long did that take me? Hardly any time at all. So let me get you back up here. That is how I'm getting these done so fast. The cutting. I am saving so much time on the cutting. It is crazy. Between the 2 rulers, and then I also use the mini folded corners ruler to do the flipped corners instead of drawing lines. Also a huge time saver. So if you followed me for a while, you know I am not a notions junkie. It takes a lot for me to try new notions, and when I find things that I use a lot, I tell you about them. And I can tell you that these are my 3 most used rulers. I also use some of my OmniGrid squares. And then I initially cut my strips using this big OmniGrid. I just am not one to cut strips with the Stripology ruler. Sounds strange, I know. I just don't like cutting through the double folds. I get elbows in my strips. I'm just not good at it. But I use the heck out of them for subcutting, and that is where I save all this time. So hopefully this will speed up some of your cutting. We do carry the rulers in the shop if you need one. We carry both the mini and the Stripology Squared, so just shoot me a message and we can help you out with that, or they are on our website. Thanks for watching. Bye.